Nerd Street!
Nerd Street on the fly.
On the Hey everybody, it's Brent and Nick Tendo, and we're doing an on the fly video because this is breaking news in the Star Wars world. We wanted to get it to you ASAP. So take it away, Nick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, new cast official. Carrie Russell, who is an actress I can't say if I'm fond with her or not. She did a big show in the early 2000s called Felicity, I think. Yeah, called Felicity. It's like a WB show, definitely geared towards women. Not probably why I don't know much about the show. It was totally about like dating and feelings girls have growing up through college and first jobs, and nothing I can relate to. I know she's in a new show now called The Americans, and no one's ever suggested it to me except one person in the past 3 years. Don't know what that means. I guess she's a spy who lives in Russia, who's trying to not get their cover blown, blah blah blah. So she's doing bigger things than preteen TV shows. So she's getting into some more adult themed stuff. Don't know if that's why Lucasfilm picked her up. I hope the reason Lucasfilm picked her up is because she resembles a really important, huge character in Star Wars that wasn't in the movies but was in the canons.
Not the canon.
Not the
the
canon.
extended universe.
Extended universe,
Not
which is
canon.
not canon now.
Right.
I count everything as canon if it's Star Wars, but I forgot Disney's.
No.
They're splitting it up, but yet they're still pulling stuff from canon. Don't ask me, I don't get it. I'm as confused as Disney is right now.
Well, like Ben Solo essentially was Jaden Skywalker,
Yep,
without the name and.
Well, they're going further than that because in Solo there was a train that the bounty hunters were fighting on that was only in a book called Shadows of the Empire, and it was Kyle Katarn's train, and that had no business being in there if they're getting rid of canon. But they totally even had the same name of the train, so to me it's confusing.
Now, Shadows of the Empire, they might have actually had the rights to, because Shadows of the Empire, wasn't that a video game?
No, it was a
Or a
video game
comic book?
after a book. It was a Nintendo 64 game, but
Okay.
it was a story. I believe it was Kevin J. Anderson, but I'll have you look into that. But mark my words, that it was a total book, a novel before.
Okay.
So, anyways, they're not pulling from canon. They put the project of when they were casting her, they put it under the process of looking for the right person. Project was called Mara. So things get more weirder. I know they're not trying to pull, but it seems like they're not leaving everything off the table. Now,
essentially, because we've been kind of talking around the issue, the character he's talking about that he's hoping she'll be is Mara Jade. Mara Jade Skywalker, actually.
correct. Mara Jade Skywalker initially, not initially, eventually. She worked for the Emperor. If you watch Return of the Jedi, it makes it more fun to watch Return of the Jedi, at least for me. This is how I took the extended universe back in the day. It described her as being one of Jabba's Twi'lek dancers. So now when I watch Return of the Jedi, I literally can't pick which one I think is Mara Jade, but it makes you feel like one of those is Mara Jade, because her job was to murder and kill Luke Skywalker. She was the right hand of the Emperor and knew that she had to do what he said. She wanted to be a dark side user. She wanted to be a pupil. She wanted to be the next Darth Vader. So she went out and tried to kill Luke. Well, Luke ends up converting her after he finds out that she gets his hand that got cut off in Cloud City, and ends up trying to create a clone with the Emperor, but then gets the saber too, which you can't apply now because Force Awakens, Luke's saber is in it from Empire Strikes Back. But I think it was really cool how she had a lot of connections and ties to Luke because she wanted to kill him, Emperor's orders. But enough of that. She ended up marrying Luke because Luke's such a gangster that he converted her to the light side, and his GQ pre-Last Jedi, not as much gray, not as better haircut, it worked. So they got together. Don't think they had a baby yet, but yeah, it's me. No, but as far as I know, Mara Jade, this could be. Brent had something very interesting to say about it being Mara Jade, but not being Mara Jade. Why don't you tell me?
Right. Well, I mean, first of all, it wouldn't make sense for them to pull Mara Jade in, even if by a different name. I mean, if this is a character like Mara Jade, where's she been for the past 20 to 30 years? Where's she been the past 2 movies? It doesn't make any sense in the way the storyline stands right now.
That's how I feel about The Last Jedi. Everything he just said.
Plus, plus, I don't think. Where was I going with this?
They needed to. If you're a believer that Ryan Johnson really messed up this story that bad, this may be the only way to fix it. This may be just a mandatory thing for fan service.
I don't think this will fix it at all.
They have to reach for something. Otherwise, no one's going to like it.
I think this will be stupid. She doesn't fit into the storyline. It doesn't make sense that they would bring in a... Well, the whole of them casting... I mean, we know they've already started shooting, whatever. For them to be casting this late in the process, unless you believe the rumors, there have been rumors floating around that they are changing Episode 9 due to backlash from Solo and Last Jedi.
Which just gives us more of a reason why they might make this Mara. Because they're not doing it for negative, they're doing it for positive. They don't want as much backlash this time as they had before.
Well, if you saw our last On the Fly video where we talk about the Star Wars toddler, you know, that's supposed to be the love child between Kylo and Rey, and then
we know that's not Kerry Russell.
And right, well, and then they throw in Mara Jade here or a Mara Jade-esque person. I think it's all stupid.
I think it's stupid that that's exactly what they did in The Last Jedi. They brought multiple characters that have no reason to be there, that did nothing. So this is actually better than bringing a Rose or a DJ who don't matter. They just don't matter. So now you're bringing in someone who does matter to a lot of fans and have a lot of history with it. It's more, not concrete, it's more substantial than just picking random people and just forcing them in like they did in Last Jedi. This is actually, you can write a story off this. But you could say that Luke didn't want to tell them that it's because of what he did. You know, no, because Johnson ruined that with him trying to kill his nephew.
You've got a third movie in a trilogy, and now you're introducing a major character? That's bad filmmaking.
I think that's what Last Jedi did. With the way you thought it was going to go at the end of Force Awakens, you did not think it would just be not explained, bring in new characters, and they don't do anything. It's the same thing they're going to do. Episode 9 is going to be the same as Last Jedi when they introduce these new characters. Unless you can tell me that Rose and DJ made sense. If you can tell me in any way, if you can make this movie and pull them out, it would be the same movie.
Okay, number one, DJ was not a major character. All right.
Okay.
Rose, no.
Dude, this guy's got his own toy. He's probably going to show up in Episode 9, and he's the only reason that Finn and Rose are still alive and not locked up.
But he overall, in the overall story, he was minor.
I have to disagree.
What I don't understand is why they didn't just have the master get them connect with the master codebreaker.
Master Codebreaker should have just been Lando. So instead you're introducing two characters. One was minor because you never knew the Codebreaker. One is becoming major, and it's DJ. I'm telling you, that's how it's going to be. The person they originally went for wasn't DJ. We don't even know who he was. He was so minor. I don't think they mentioned his name once and showed him.
No, he's the Master Codebreaker.
That's a dumb use.
Suave. He looked like Clark Gable, whatever.
Yeah,
but I'm saying DJ, even if he's in Episode 9, he's not going to be a major character.
He'll be on the same level as Phasma because he has more screen time. Tell me how that makes sense. But he's not major.
Rose was a major character. I'm not
Sorry,
saying...
I almost threw up.
No, based on the amount of screen time and plot importance.
Don't say plot because you can literally go scene for scene and take her out, and the ending is the same.
I agree with
literally,
you
can take her
But
out.
what I'm saying, the fact that she's there with the amount of screen time, the amount of...
Okay, which was more than Phasma.
The amount of character development they tried to do with her. I'm not saying it was done well.
Execution was terrible. They tried.
But the fact is, they introduced her as a major character in the second movie. Now they've got a whole third movie to hopefully flesh her out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's different from just throwing a major character in on the third movie.
Okay.
Unless it's a villain, you know, you see trilogies and they throw in a new villain in the third movie, whatever.
Okay.
But that's not the case with this. So I don't think it's going to be Mara Jade.
No connection to Luke at all? This character is just going to be a new something, like the other ones?
I do.
Well, hopefully it's not that way and there's some rhyme or reason, otherwise it's just like Last Jedi. We got new faces and they're not major, and then we'll end an entire Skywalker saga with all these new people that don't really fit in. Hopefully they will make something out of it. You know, I don't know. Because if they bring in a new... The script leak says she was some important person in the unknown regions. But how important could she be if we have Rey? It just doesn't make sense, but we'll find out.
So, anyway, I'm gonna cut down on Nick's Last Jedi bashing for this video. You know
it's mandatory. I'm going through something still.
But So there you go, Carrie Russell. Look her up on the internet, and we'll see what she turns out to be. Is she a Mara Jade? Is she just somebody, some Force user? Who knows? We'll find out. Is this legit? Because again, for them to be casting this late in the process, it seems a little weird from the filmmaking standard as well. So hit that like, hit that subscribe,
Thank you.
and
whoa. What kind of Force user you think she'd be? X-Force.